Hey everyone, it's Miriam again, and I'm here with Jake from Tripgrid, and we're here to talk about a new partnership we just announced, right? When did that happen?
It just happened on Monday. I think we went live in the Solution Source the end of last week. We announced it on Monday, so we're the newest part of the team.
Okay.
It's pretty exciting.
Well, again, I am Miriam, and I'm here to talk about our newest Solution Source partner. So tell us what Tripgrid does.
Yeah, Tripgrid is actually modern productivity software for group travel, and it's kind of really important to delineate that it is actually focused on a very specific type of travel. I think in the industry we've always said group travel is meetings and events, or it's wrapped into meetings and events, but we focus on a kind of specific part of group travel that's not necessarily meetings.
Right.
It's what GBTA would define as project-based travel. So it's internal coordinators who are moving teams of people. They don't need venue sourcing, they don't need food and beverage, they don't need landing pages. They simply need to move those teams of people. They need to book on their behalf, and mostly we're doing this all in Excel. So we built a workspace that integrates to BCD, brings in the trip data, and then automates all kinds of workflows for those types of teams. They just didn't have solutions before. Okay,
so a project, you define it as a group of people that need to go somewhere for a certain period of time.
Yep.
Not venue space, it's not necessarily a meeting or a conference, right? But it's a sustained purpose for a trip, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what kind of teams are these? Give me an example of the kind of project we'd be talking about.
100%. So I think when we first kicked off, we got huge traction in the sports media entertainment space. So most of our customers are in that vertical. But we're now starting to see oil and gas, construction, manufacturing, pharma, life sciences is starting to come into play. And so we're now going outside of that initial vertical focus and talking to all kinds of different verticals who have this project-based travel.
Okay, so and that shouldn't be surprising to folks that know BCD, because those are the verticals that we excel in as well, right? So let's get more specific though. So when you say media entertainment, you're talking about film crews, production of TV shows or films, right?
Absolutely. So even more specific, in the entertainment space, they literally have people that are called production coordinators, production managers, and they are booking on behalf of their crews, and usually using Excel and sending that to the mid-office at the TMC. So it's a lot of manual labor, a lot of people internally who are making these bookings, not necessarily the travelers who are just booking their own travel and submitting it into the managed program.
And you mentioned things like life sciences as well. So that's examples would be like clinical trials, right?
100%. You'll see legal services doing this as well, where there'll be this team of coordinators internally, and they're moving their teams around to just get work done. Yeah.
And so what's next for you guys? What do you think is next coming for some of these clients that's really important to you, or important to them?
It's super. We've got so many super exciting things happening. We're closing some funding right now to execute on the future vision. Right now, as Tripgrid exists, we are post-ticketing workflow automation. So we do a lot of work after things have been booked. Arrival and departure manifests, automating workflows for the finance side, data management. But now our customers, especially during the pandemic, ask, hey, can you go all the way upstream to the very beginning? Can you help us grab information, organize information, possibly even book and track information, such as room night management? So we're going for the full suite here in the very near future, and we're really excited about it.
So all of this kind of came out of a beginning idea, right? And you've been working with buyers and clients, right, since then, to kind of refine your product and deliver what they need, right, and learn about them. What would you say is kind of one of the more interesting things you've learned about these buyers, these clients that you've brought to your product?
Oh my gosh, it's fascinating. I think this is such a great topic. At the end of the day, when you come in, startups will often say it's a war of attrition. So the longer you stay around, the more you hear, the better you're going to be and the more successful you're going to be in the end. And it is all about being humble and listening. I think when we first started, we had a very specific focus, and that has completely changed now.
Really?
Due to just listening, right? At the end of the day, if you're not listening, you're going to follow a path that's going to lead you down. So yeah, it's been really exciting.
Okay, great. How many GBTAs have you been to?
Oh my gosh, this is number 4, I believe.
Okay,
but
and this
our
is the first time with a booth?
First time on Innovation Row, first time with a booth, usually just attend and hang out and have a good time.
Okay, and what do you think about the conference so far this year?
It's actually been great. To be honest, our expectation was there wouldn't be as many people here. We knew it was going to be a smaller turnout this year, but we're really surprised. Things are going on, there's some life here, it's fantastic. I was just at another conference 2 days before this.
I was too.
Yeah, and honestly,
Together.
business travel is
Coming
stepping out. They are there. We are taking a stance that we need to make this happen. I think it's just so good to see this.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this to really come back.
Yeah, it's great to see people, and we actually, when we checked in today, they had implemented, like the conference we had earlier, where they're looking at our testing status and whether or not we needed to be our vaccinated status, et cetera, to make sure we can all be in here together. Most people are masked. We're able to take our masks off for a quick filming, but it's really great to see you. It's great to have you as a new partner. I hope all of our clients get a good look and come by and check out Tripgrid and what they're up to. And thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us. It's wonderful to be a part of this partnership and this family.
Yeah.
Definitely reach out, jake@tripgrid.com. We're happy to talk to anybody with project-based travel.
Perfect.
Excited.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you the next time. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.